let us consider an example to solve the Boolean expression using K-map. So in the last lecture we have seen different steps how to solve the Boolean expression using the K-map. So in that case what we have learned so far, that how to draw the K-map for the given expression, then how to fill the K-map for the given Boolean expression, then different rules for grouping the cells, right? Now the last step is remain, that how to write the SOP form from the selected group of cell, and this is the last step, and finally we will get the reduced form of the Boolean expression. So now today we will look at the example to solve and minimize the given Boolean expression. So in this example we are given with the function, this is a 3 variable function, so the 3 variables are represented as A, B and C. So they are given as a summation of 2, 3, 4 and 5. So summation indicates that this is a SOP form. The expression is given in the SOP form, and the min terms given are 2, 3, 4 and 6. So this expression can also be given in the Boolean expression form. So all the min terms are represented here in the form of sum of products, and similarly the same expression can be shown in the truth table also. So all three are one and the same things, and you can find either of this in a given question, right? So either the function is given in this form or directly given a Boolean expression, or it can be given in the truth table form, right? So here you will look at here that for the given min terms, the output function f is given as one value, right? So let us consider this example and we will proceed how to solve this Boolean expression. Now before we go far, let us see this Boolean expression what we are given. This Boolean expression is in the extended form. Extended form means that the Boolean expression is given as it is, and if we go for implementing the hardware from this expression, you will require more hardware for implementing, and therefore we go for reduced Boolean expression so that the hardware will reduce, right? So now let us go one by one, stepwise, to solve this expression, right? So first step, as we have seen, that first step is to draw the Boolean, draw the K-map. So for draw the K-map, what we required, we should know the number of variables given, right? Number of variables given are 3, A, B, C. So we have to draw the K-map for this. So 2 raised to power n means 2 raised to power 3. So we require 8 cells to draw the 3 variable K-map. So we are given with the 3 variable, so we have to draw the 3 variable K-map. So that is drawn here, and all the cells representing the min terms are also shown here. Now after draw the K-map, then the next step is to fill the K-map as per the given expression. Now we are given with the expression that summation of min terms 2, 3, 4 and 6. So this cell represents the min term 2, so 1 is entered here. Similarly, this cell represents the min term 3, and this is cell for representing the min term 4, min term 6, and this cell represents the min term 4. So these cells are filled with 1 and all other cells are filled with 0, right? So this is the way how to fill the K-map. Now after filling the K-map, next step is to group the cells, right? So this is a very important step for solving the expression using K-map. Now we have seen different steps in the last lecture how to make the different groups of ones. So for taking all that rules into consideration, we proceed for grouping the number of ones. So let's recap slightly what are the rules for grouping. The major rule is that we have to group only ones, and our effort is to make the group as large as possible, and all the ones should be covered, right? So accordingly we will go for making the grouping. So here it is shown that this group is formed of two ones, right? So this is group number 1, and the second group is formed from these two ones, and we call it group number 2. This is also one of the rule for grouping, that if we have available with one on extreme side of the K-map, they can be grouped in, they can be grouped together, right? So ultimately what we have seen here, that we have made two groups, and two groups are that groups covered all the ones using two groups, right? So ultimately all the groups, all the ones are covered. So in this step that we have formed the grouping. Now after making the group, the next step is to form the Boolean expression from these groups. So for each group we have to write the product term, right? So this is known as the product term. Each group will produce one group term, one product term, and these product term can be summed to form a sum of product, right? Boolean expression. So one by one we will see that how to write the product term for the particular group. Now let us look at this first group. Now how to write the product term for this group. So write the product term, what we will do, we will look at on the horizontal side and on the vertical side, right? Now first look at on the horizontal side. This group represent the first row of the K-map. So the first row, what variable we are available with, a bar. So we write here a bar, right? On the horizontal side it covers one row, so this row represents the variable a bar, so we write a bar, right? Now this group, if you look at on the vertical side, the two cells are covered with this group, right? So one cell represent the Boolean expression BC and the other cell represent BC bar. So ultimately from these two expression, the common variable is the B, and C in C bar is cancelled out from the Boolean algebra rule. So the common variable, we take only the common variable. So common variable is B. So we write here B. Okay. So ultimately from the horizontal and the vertical side, we come to the final product term, that is A bar B. A bar from the horizontal side and B from the vertical side. Okay. Now similarly we go for the product term from the second group, right? So from the second group again you will see on the horizontal side cover only the second row and the variable available is A, so we write here A, and on the vertical side again two columns are covered, or two cells are covered, one with the expression B bar C bar and another is BC bar. So again proceed with the similar way, that we will look at the common variable. Out of the two, the common variable is C bar, so we write here C bar. So ultimately we come to define a product term, that is A C bar. So for the group number 1, we have the product term A bar B, and from the second group we have the product term A C bar. So therefore, the final minimized form of the Boolean expression in SOP form is to combine both the product term as f is equal to A bar B and A C bar. Okay. Now this is the final Boolean expression, and it is the reduced form of the Boolean expression. As you see from the starting, what we are given with this Boolean expression. Now this Boolean expression is in the extended form, and with the help of the K-map, we ultimately come to the final solution of the reduced Boolean expression, and ultimately the hardware will reduce, right? So in this way, we solve the Boolean expression using K-map, or reduce the Boolean expression using K-map. So in this example, we have seen the 3-variable K-map and how to solve the 3-variable K-map, right? So now similarly, come to the next example. Now this example is given the function of 4 variables, right? So A bar, A, B, C, D. Now here we are given with 4 variables. So the 4 variables expression is given, all the min terms are given here, and if we form the Boolean expression from this, so if you look at this, it is a extended form of the Boolean expression. Now ultimately we have to reduce the Boolean expression using K-map, right? So we proceed in the similar way. First of all, we will draw the K-map for the given number of variables. So I have shown here a 4-variable K-map. So 4-variable K-map require 2 raised to power 4, that is 16 cells. So the 4-variable K-maps are shown here. A and B variable taken on one side, C and D are taken on other side. So all the possible combination of AB is shown here, all the possible combination of CD is shown here. Each min term, each cell that correspond to particular min term that are written inside. So from these values, that will help us to fill the K-map for the given expression, right? So that is shown in the next step, that is to fill the K-map as per the given expression. So we are given with the Boolean expression, all the min terms are given, and correspondingly we fill our K-map from the given expression. Okay. Once you fill the K-map, next step is to group the number of cells. So ultimately, again, by considering all the rules of the grouping, we will proceed for grouping the number of possible cells. Now you look at this oval shaped group. Now I will call this group as group number 1, that covers 4 ones, right? So that group is covering the 4 ones, so we call it as a quad group, right? So that group is known as, that covers the 4 ones, that is known as the quad group, and the group that covers 8 ones, that is known as the octet group. So our ultimate aim is to make a large group as far as possible. So here the possibility of grouping all 4 ones in a single group. So we form a single quad group here by grouping the 4 ones in this group. Next you will see that we form the second group by enclosing the 2 extreme sides. 2 ones are available on the left side and 2 ones are available on the right side. So the group says that if the ones are available on the extreme sides, they can be grouped in a single group, right? So one group can be formed from this. And now you will look at on the upper and the lower extreme side. So from that same rule, I can form a third group by considering the extreme top and the extreme bottom ones, right? So ultimately we form 3 groups, and all the groups are formed from the quad group, right? So one group covers the 4 ones, second group cover 4 ones and the third group also cover 4 ones. Now one thing you will look at here, you can combine group number 2 and 3 as a single group, right? So that is also possible, but here I will make that group separate. The two quads are making, I can make a single octet also, but here I have shown two separate quad groups. So after looking at the final expression, I will come to this point later, that we can make the octet group also. So at this step, let us consider it separate. So ultimately we have made 3 quad groups and all ones are covered in these quad groups. So our grouping is made here. So all ones are covered with the 3 quad groups. Okay. Now next step is to write the Boolean expression for the covered or the selected cells. Now the final step is to form the Boolean expression. Okay. So for the Boolean expression, what we require the product terms. So for each group we will write the product term. Now for the group number 1, this oval shaped group, for this group what you will see on the horizontal side, it covers all the cells. Okay, horizontal side it covers all the cells. So if a group cover all the cell on either side, so that means all the variables, all the expressions are cancel out. So what ultimately it remains 1. Okay, so that is a general rule. You note down here that if all the cells on either side are covered by a group, then it make a term as 1. Now what we remain on the vertical side? Vertical side it covers only a single cell with the expression CD. So ultimately we write the product term as CD. Right? So CD dot 1 is ultimately the CD. So the product term for the group number 1 will be CD. Okay. Now product term for the second group. This is your second group. The product term for second group. Look at the horizontal side. It covers second and third row. So second row represent A bar B and third row represent AB. So the common is B. So write here B. Similarly, for this group on the vertical side, it covers 2 columns, second and third. So second column represents C bar D and third represents CD. So common is D. Okay, here it is for second. For second, the cells covered on the vertical side are the C bar, D bar and CD bar. So common is D bar. So right here D bar. So ultimately for second group we got the product term as BD bar. Right? Similarly, now for the third one, for the third group is your this one, right? So top and the bottom make the third group. So this third group, on the horizontal side, it covers the first and the fourth row. So this is A bar B bar and this is A B bar. So the common is B bar. So written here B bar. On the vertical side, it covers second and third row. So this is C bar D and this is CD. So common is D. So write here D. So for third group, we got the product term as B bar D. So we got the three product terms. Now ultimately we got the sum of product terms by combining these product terms and make in the SOP form. So first group, second group and third group, combine them, you form a sum of product term, SOP form. Okay, all the product terms are summed together to got the SOP form. Now come to that point that out of instead of making two separate quads, we can make one single octet from this and this. So ultimately these all are on the extreme side, extreme left, extreme right, extreme top and extreme bottom. So correspondingly the extreme sides can be grouped together as a single group. So if we combine them, you will combine in this way and ultimately your expression will further reduce. Okay, so if you look at these two expressions, the first expression is drawn if we consider two separate octets, then the expression will be this one, and if we consider one single octet instead of the two quads, then your expression will further reduce. Now so this will prove that if we go for a larger group, your expression will be reduced. So ultimately our aim is to while grouping we go for a bigger group rather than making a small groups. Okay, so in this way, in this example we have seen how to solve a 4 variable K-map. So in this lecture we have seen one example of 3 variable K-map and second example is to solve the 4 variable K-map. So in this way we can go for any expression and we can solve the Boolean expression using K-map.